Hello neighbors, it's Brad here at eTrailer, and today we're taking a look at the Swagman XC2 platform bike rack for two bikes on a 2021 Kia Sorento. Now the platform bike rack style is my preferred choice of transporting my bikes because it does give you a really good sense of security. I've had hanging bike racks before, and I feel like I'm constantly looking in my rearview mirror to make sure that my bikes aren't swaying too much or flailing in the wind. That's not the case here. The platform style not only keeps the tires planted, it's also making contact with the frame here. So as you can see, frame moves a little, or the rack moves a little bit with the bike, but it's moving with the bike. The bike is not swaying, and that is a really good peace of mind. Now that's accomplished by one point of contact, which is also pretty wild. Only one thing is really holding the bike here, yet it's super secure. It is accomplished by using wheel hoops here. And these wheel hoops can accompany a bunch of different tire sizes up to 2.5 inch wide. So that's going to cover most of your mountain bikes and chunkier styles, so make sure you measure your tires. But as you can see, a road bike tire fits in there, no problem. You can also adjust these to account for your different wheelbases of bikes. So if you're taking the kiddos with you, or you have a friend that has an extra large frame, or maybe you have the extra large frame, you can adjust this with the turn of a knob. It'll loosen that up, and you're able to slide this back and forth to account for your wheelbase. Now that's accomplished on both ends too, so you can really get a myriad of different size wheelbases. Now the frame attachment that you see here has got this nice kind of rubberized coating over this hook, and to take this off and loosen it, you simply push the button here, and we have our front hook. And then to take this back one on, same thing. Push that button, it releases and slides up. Now, if you are attaching your bike on, it's as simple as pushing down, and there's that nice audible click to know that it's ratcheting in place. You just push that down, and you're solid again. So let's take this off, and we'll get a closer look at the rack itself. We can just put these back. And now looking at the frame itself, it's very minimalistic. It's very simple, yet it's got a nice black powder coat finish, so it's gonna stay looking good. And also, there's a few nice features of this rack that really make it stand out from some of the others. And that is how tight a footprint this can really fold up to. And that's gonna be accomplished by as simple as pulling these pins out, which are attached to a nice wire. That way, if you drop it, you haven't lost your pin forever. And with that, these can fold up. So with this folded up, you can see the compact footprint that it has. And this is gonna be nice and lightweight and great for anyone that doesn't keep the rack on their vehicle on a consistent basis. If you wanna go riding occasionally, it's as simple as plopping this in, folding it down, and you're ready to go. But for storing, some bike racks take up a lot of space and they're very heavy. That's not the case here. So mobility with this when not riding or not attached to the vehicle is awesome. So let's get a few measurements, and this is also going to be important for you. So from the furthest point of the rear fascia here to the front of the rack, we're looking at about 6 inches. So that's important to note. If you have a bike with wider pedals, you want to make sure that it doesn't make contact with your vehicle. Now when we had the bike on here, it does seem like there's plenty of clearance. Another important measurement from the rear fascia to the furthest point of the rack is 19 inches. So that's 19 inches extended onto your vehicle. So if you back into a garage spot every day, or you pull your vehicle in, you want to make sure this clears it, because you are adding 19 inches of length to your vehicle. Now I will point out, this is not a tilting style bike rack. That's a feature that's not included, and really at this price point is really hard to find a tilting platform style. So if you want to access your hatch to get groceries or your helmet or any biking supplies, you're going to need to take your bike off, fold these down, and then you can access your hatch, no problem. So let's take one more really important measurement, and that's going to be from the ground to the bottom of the rack, and that's going to put us right at 15 inches. And that's important when going to an off-road course or going up a hill, or maybe you have a steep incline to go in your driveway. This is going to tilt down as the vehicle goes up, so make sure that you have clearance wherever you go. It also has this nice shank rise, which gives it a little more clearance, which is a really nice design feature. Also included is this anti-rattle hitch pin included with the hitch. This is also a 1 1/4 inch, but has an adapter for a 2-inch hitch. So if you have a vehicle that's a class 1, a smaller hitch, you can adapt to that, or you can put it on your 2-inch.
This is our test course. Let's start with the slalom. This shows side-to-side action, such as turning corners or evasive maneuvering. Then, onto our alternating speed bumps. This shows twisting action, such as hitting curbs, potholes, road debris, or even uneven pavement. Last of all, the solid speed bumps. This shows up and down action, such as driving through a parking lot or parking garage, or driving in and out of a driveway.
So final thoughts on the Swagman XC2. I think this is an awesome bike rack for anyone that really wants a secure way to get their bike from point A to point B. I've been caught in a situation where I didn't have a bike rack and I needed to ride my bike and I had no way. This is a great budget conscious decision that you really don't get a ton of frills with it, but what it does well is hold your bike in place. It's adjustable to what you need. It's great for storing in small places, and it's lightweight. So overall, this is a really great buy for your 2021 Kia Sorento.